you seek vengeance, child? Because I can help you. Ah, there he is. Ah, so glad I found you. And what's up? It is McToyReviewer69 here, back with another video review. And right now I'm here to take a look at the Fox Films Deadpool. It was a 2-pack. We'll get into that. Now, I'm gonna start off saying, I'm loving this figure. It does have its flaws, but I'm loving this figure. Now, this guy came with quite a few accessories. In fact, it came with a lot of accessories. And I saw that they did gray one, supposed to be the burnt one, but without the actual wear and tear from that one scene in the second movie. This is actually based off the second movie. You can tell by the way the strap is done and the silver on the back of the hands, which I kind of prefer to black, but I kind of like the silver on the toy. He's entirely accurate in certain areas, but he actually is nonetheless very much accurate. I would have preferred a retro 2020 Spider-Man type torso, especially jumping hits, because you're going to want Deadpool in dynamic poses, but they don't give you that here. And his butterfly joints are kind of weak. One major flaw I really don't like is this belt piece. This and the strap one piece. I would prefer maybe this molded in or a separate piece, because it just pushes up whenever you wait. That's the joint. Whenever you do that, you can't have it always at the waist level. You have to have it up because of this. This can't turn. Actually, can this even go that low? Like, I'm trying to force it a little bit, but maybe I prefer the belt molded in. I don't really care for belt to not be molded in. It's not like I'm going to take it off and just have it bare. Also, I like that they molded in the texture. They molded in the texture of the suit, even with little dents, those bullet holes in places. There's wear and tear on the figure. Like fake wear and tear. The joints are a different color from the rest of the plastic, which is weird. Also, they did a lot of little tiny painted detail in this. Okay, my camera is not focusing, but they painted in the Deadpool symbol. It's a little sloppy, but it's good. I like that they did that. My figure has a bit of a couple flaws to it, like the QC issues. Like, see right there, the paint kind of went off, missed in certain places. Certain parts didn't have paint. There was a little bit of black paint missing right next to his eye in there. I had to paint that. Also went through because since it was designed for the figure. Oh yeah, see, that's off center too. I actually had to fill in the paint right there. See it right there? It goes off center. My camera refuses to focus on things like that. Anyway, at the back of him, these weren't the pouches weren't painted silver. I painted those silver. Then other places did right here too. I think those were already painted silver, or I painted them silver. You can see just phenomenal work on this guy. I would such a love of regular dressed Deadpool or naked Deadpool. You know, it's Ryan Reynolds all burnt up. Maybe just a regular Ryan Reynolds figure. But still, this is awesome. He doesn't have any interchangeable heads, but other than the hands I have on him already, he has 3 other pairs of interchangeable hands here. And they are grasp out hands to do that one pose with. But also I use them to hold my favorite accessory that came with him, this unicorn right here, which is awesome. I like playing them with, like, oh, this is like the MacGuffin for him. This is his ultimate piece. You steal it, it kills you. Since they don't have a figure of his wife. I always imagined Deadpool being single. I don't know, probably because of comics. And then what else comes with is a trigger hand that goes up and down on the hinge, fists, and these sword holding hands, which go in and out. All of them except for the gun holding hand goes in and out. This is the only one that goes up and down, even though this is a sword holding hand, is the only hand that can actually successfully hold the sword. It is still goes in and out, which, well, you want your sword to be held like this, not like this, like that. But I digress. Then I get onto the figure himself. On his back, this is actually molded, which I wish was attached to the strap. The sword cases are here, because those get in the way a lot in certain points. I wish I could take it off, but nope, you can't. Which I'm a little disappointed by. Because of these swords, in major complaint with these swords, they look very accurate, but they're painted silver, and I am already getting some rub, especially since this is the side that needs to get sheathed. Now, yes, I prefer them having silver opposed to black, but I wish that it was molded in silver, and then maybe also painted. Well, molded in silver, and then the handles painted black. I much rather lose paint on the handle opposed to on the blade, because it goes through black. Anyway, he can hold these in sword holding hands. And take it out. They're a little bit tight, not like dangerously tight. You can hold it pretty well. You can kind of also get it in his gun holding hand if you want him to have it hold it down. Okay, this one's actually working pretty well. Okay, it's actually nice and tight in there. Not falling off. So if you want, you can just forget about the sword holding hands and just have this hand hold it. So you can't hold it straight up, you can only hold it at an angle, which is better, naturally. This actually looks kind of good. Okay. And the gun holding hands can also hold the two guns he comes with. These lazy ass sci-fi looking guns. Why would you get Deadpool guns like that? What they did though was have these molded in it's just a Priest's gun holder right here. This gun holster. It's molded separately but glued on. Anyway, this gun that's seemingly molded into it is actually not. Actually, this one looks better because this one I really trashed trying to get it out. Because they glued it right up in there, right where the trigger is. I'm sure you've saw in other videos. But on mine, at this side seeped through further, so I really destroyed that gun in order to get it out. But this one actually turned out pretty well. So let's grab a hand here. Just slot that in. And you get the I think it's a Desert Eagle. Name for the movie. You just take the hand out. There we go. And Deadpool. He's holding his gun, about to shoot you. Articulation on this guy is, again, this thing shuts around always. Articulation. It heads on a single ball joint, and that's it. It is on the ball joint right up there. He can't look back at all. The neck is separate, is molded differently from the base of the shoulders. And this collar piece was put over to hide it. You can see a little bit of gappage right there. But it can't move at all. It's stationary, which makes me wonder where they were going with it. Because all I can do is really wobble around. Which I'm kind of disappointed by. Anyway, his kind of weak butterflies here. His arm goes up that far. He has a bicep swivel right there. Double joint elbow goes on all the way. And oh yeah, pinless elbows, which I freaking love. They didn't give him pinless knees at all. Oh, he has a knife. Glad I mentioned that. He has a knife. You can hold it in either holding hand. I don't really use it much. I don't pose it much. It's painted the same way as sword, same complaint. But a little knife at the pouch right there. I think it's symmetrical on both sides. Anyway, he still has pinned knees, which would have. I was super excited when I heard that they doing pinless knees and elbows. Deadpool was like one of the first they tried it on, but they didn't give him knees, only the elbows. But I'm still satisfied. And it's some freak fancy molding. I just don't like how gappy it is. See how gappy it is? And then the muscle comes out right there instead of just right there. Which is that accurate, but it kind of just breaks up the feel. Anyway, full range elbows, which I'm loving. Arc check goes that far. And back that far until you run into the sword holders. Which I'm really worried these things have to move around a lot for you to pose him. Sword ends there kind of worries me. He has standard weight swivel right here. You have to move the belt all the way. And then hips are at the standard ball joint. They don't drop down at all. Disappointing. His thigh swivel right there. Double joint knees go only that far because of, well, in this one because of this pouch. On this one it goes a little bit more. He's not going to do the heel to butt. No boot rotation, which I'm very disappointed by. Even though this is actually two different molded pieces, but still it's stationary in there. In standard free articulation, do it up and down and get angle pivot. Okay, so his last and final accessory he comes with is this girl right here. Which, when I heard about this release, I completely forgot about her. Teenage Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She was a character I didn't really care about at all, and I only have her because she came in a 2-pack with Deadpool. She probably only exists here, so they actually could give Deadpool all these accessories here. And so she's a really cheap little inferior. It's a standard body. She actually isn't very accurate at all to the movie, so I just call her accessory, because that's what she is. And even still Deadpool on his own, just put different colors with lame colors. Anyway, she comes with these spread out hands and these fists over here, which is not on this one, but on this one it actually broke on me. It kind of slipped off right there. You can see it hooking. I'm going to try to get the camera to focus. Yeah, sorry, this is becoming a longer video. It's hooking right there. Get him off, which I've never had a figure break on me like that. I mean, I'm not experienced with Marvel Legends. I'm not that experienced. But it's still, I wasn't expecting this kind of break to happen. But hey, well, I don't play with her at all, ever. She just comes with these effects here, which I actually like. I love these effects. These are awesome. If you watched my a stop motion I did with my Hot Link figure, I used these on the gun to go as effects. So I'm actually liking these. These are pretty cool. What you're supposed to do is put these on her wrists, because it's supposed to imitate her power. She's pretty lame power. She squats and then explodes. So she was a lame character anyway. And her proportions are very unattractive too. I mean, it's very accurate, but she never was an attractive actress. And the sculpting seems off to me actually, since they reuse stuff. I think only the torso and the arms are new, and the head. But I think all this down here I'm pretty sure is reused. See, she actually has some abs going on right there, some circulated abs, which is inaccurate to her character because she's actually very petite, no muscles at all. But anyway, articulation for her can go out, go around. There's some right here. She's actually fairly posable and actually kind of fun to mess around with, but then you get to the face. Very accurate face, I tell you. Very. Trying to get it to focus. There we go. Very accurate face. Looks like her. Even has earrings. The hair looks good. And she can go back pretty far. See, this is what I want out of Deadpool. Don't do that at Deadpool. But his face is still molded pretty well. You can see. I don't know if I showed you this off yet. I like the little dip back there. Accurate the seam lines. Look at it. But it looks like he has like kind of not like a neutral face, but a neutral expression. It's like the expression could be any expression. It's like, yeah. 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 I don't know, it's a very durable face sculpt. It's weird they were able to do that. Anyway, she has a X-Men symbol right there. Very lame costume. It's not even accurate. Actually, barely accurate. She has a little wraparound piece here. It's a separate piece, and I can't move it at all. It's not moving for me, only slightly. You know, she has kind of weak thighs. I think she's standard for a female figure. Thigh swivel, almost heel a butt, but not quite. Double joints right there. Thigh swivel, which was or calf swivel that I wish they had on Deadpool. Her feet can go up that far, back that far, and she has some ankle tiltage. Or she has a single joint elbows only going 90 degrees, which they could have done more, but no. I mean, they could like, with how small that little joint is right there, they could make a double joint. I don't know why they haven't for this long with female figures, but that makes it by default pinless. And both hands swivel around and go in and out. So yeah, she's a lame piece to have. Just means tag along with Deadpool, and she's not on the shelf. She's in my drawer of forgotten figures or left out figures. Because there's some actually pretty good figures on there, just don't have room in the collection for, or there's no room on the actual shelf himself. But if they ever did a Colossus from the Deadpool movie, which I'd buy that. That's awesome. I want that so bad, but they haven't. Anyway, if they did that, she'd probably be on right next to him. But then I would wish she'd be more accurate, which she is not. Anyway, she's a Thor figure. Now, some for comparisons. I brought in last Prime here because I want to show you these little tiny pegs. The little tiny pegs right there for those smaller hold figures can actually fit his swords. Dinosaurs. And suppose the vice versa would work for his sword hands. Just thought I'd show that off. Oh, I just realized Stanley is out of frame here. Sorry, I'll put it back right there. Sorry about that. It's been out of frame, all fair. All view. Anyway, I want to put him over there with the sword in his hand. And I bring some other figures. I got him next to All Might and another sword slinging badass Snake Eyes here. Tiny Prime and regular Prime. Megatron and Megatron. Here's next to standard 6-inch scale figure of a Marvel Legends Stanley. You can see he's an average size figure. He's 6-inch scale figure. And here's next to my Spider-Man, which, alright, so it's not that good a size for Spider-Man and Deadpool. Get a comic version of Deadpool, which I wouldn't mind getting. Then, you know, I have probably a good scale. But, you know, this is the retro Spider-Man. So, they're on scale. I'm going to try to get a movie Spider-Man eventually. I'll have one of those eventually. But for now, this is what I have. And they look good together, even though not the scale I would like. Not scale them together as much as I would like them to. But they still look pretty dang good together. And I'm very much happy with it. Okay. So then, honestly, I don't know how much I really do have to say. Well, they might as well send us off here. Pause while I talk. So yes, I really do freaking love this Deadpool. He is awesome. He fulfills everything I want out of a Deadpool toy. He's not, again, he has his flaws. He's not perfect, of course, but he does do what you want him to do, and he does do decent poses. Deadpool's ability is like in some places he's still pretty awesome. I highly do recommend this figure. It's a decent, like, 8.5 out of 10 for me. It's good. He is good. I'm trying to get him into some sort of pose so that I can do my signing off thing. Yeah, again, nothing more for me to say. So don't forget to, you know, check out my Reddit. I got a gallery for this figure up on there. I also do art. I post my other galleries for other figures. Also announce my videos on there. It's DWay069. D as in dog, E as in egg, and WAY069. You can check it out. Link in the description. That's right. I use description if you don't know. Yeah, it's McToyReviewer69 sign off and telling you, don't just break the fourth wall, shatter it. Deadpool. Our enemy forces are thickening, and we currently lack the manpower to face it. So I need you to go out and recruit soldiers for me. They don't need to be skilled warriors. They just need to be able to kill. Individuals able to combat their elite. You will do this for me, won't you, Deadpool? Hi, Sensei. And yep. Don't forget to check out these other videos here. And don't forget to subscribe. Please leave a like. And yeah, I'm about to be signing off, boys. Oh, and girls. fuck it, no one's watching this anyway. Literally no one I bet has made it this far. If you have, thank you. Honestly, thank you if you have made it this far. Props to you, mate. Adios.